All right, we're going to begin shortly. You can start taking your seats. This work. We will begin shortly. You can start taking your seats. Oh. You ready? All right. Good morning, everyone. Hey. All right. If everyone that is outside chatting, getting coffee, can start making your way inside, taking a seat, that would be lovely. All right. So we have an exciting sermon for you all today. Oh. All right, so we're going to start things off with some exciting announcements. Woo! Yeah. All right, first off, closed. Registration is closed, all right? No longer can you go. Registration for the young people meeting in Vegas with True Mother is you can't sign up anymore. Sorry, guys. It's starting off on a high note, even a higher note. Next week, exciting to support all the youth that is traveling to Las Vegas. There's going to be a yard sale next week. So that's great. You can come bring any of your wonderful goods that are at your house that have maybe been, staying a little bit too long, covered by dust. You can bring that. And so, you can sell them to each other so that we can support each other for all the youth that have been going to Las Vegas. There's quite a bit, which is exciting. Just last thing, no clothes. Okay, want to make that clear. Oh, no, it's just in general here. Mostly because I won't fit in any of them anyways, so waste of time. All right. Another positive announcement, or no, just kidding. The Chief program, if you signed up for that, it's going to be postponed. The new start date is October 14th, so in 2 weeks from now. But so you can still actually sign up at achieve.accelerateministry.com. So if you are interested in the Achieve program, which is more of like this coaching program, learning how to become someone that can take care of people well, you can still sign up for that. Next, we have our beautiful community garden. It's time to harvest. Whoa, right? You get the fruit without maybe putting all the effort in. So let's give a round of applause to everyone that did put in effort. Yes. And instead of fruit, there are vegetables, right? All these wonderful vegetables. You can go grab some if you would like. Not only organic, but also spiritually infused with a lot of wonderful vitality elements, which is amazing. So the exciting thing next week, we're going to have our first Yojung Nuri. And our pastor, Daryl, just told me there will be food. No need to worry. I know some of you are probably concerned that there probably won't be any Sunday school things being sold, but there will be lunch, or at least snacks. Lunch? Hey, lucky guys, lucky. So there's going to be a lot of games, and it's going to be a fun time. So we're asking if everyone could submit your name, if you are going, your name and photo, and 3 statements about yourself. 2 of those statements are going to be true, and 1 of them is a lie. All right. For example, I grew up in Florida. I'm allergic to cats, and I can play piano.
Not sure.
Okay. This was just written. This is not me. I can play piano, sort of, but the other two are lies. But it should be 2 truths and 1 lie. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. So if you could send that in ahead of time, that will be great. And then please fill out the Kahoot game form by scanning this. Can't scan it. But if you go outside on the bulletin board, there's this QR code. All you got to do is you take your phone, you put it on the camera, you look at it, and then a link will pop up. You click that link, and then you just fill it out. All right. This is for everyone that is coming next week. All right. Also, there will be an email that will be sent out, and you can just check it there. Just click the link and fill it out. This could be. Got it? All right. This is so you can have the most ultimate fun. This is very important. Good. Our next announcements, not next week, but the week after, will be October 15th, and that's going to be our annual Worship in the Woods. I just want to remind everyone it's going to start at 11 instead of 10. So you get to sleep in just 1 hour more. Exciting. Or that's 1 whole more hour you can spend in the Junction one. It's really up to you. But yeah, that's something to do. And then, of course, you can find out all our latest news on the Belvedere website. Right there where it says news. You can always click that. And just lastly, Kanai-san would like to meet with all the Japanese members right after service right here. So if everyone that does not fall into that category, we please ask you to continue your fellowship outside so that all the Japanese members can just quickly meet and go over something that's very time sensitive. Okay? Sounds good? All right, cool. All right, thank you, everyone. So let us all stand up and let's sing some songs.
Yeah. Good morning. How's everyone feeling this beautiful Sunday morning? The sun is out. The rays are shining down. The mist is lifting. I hope you're feeling on top of the world. Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes. Won't be surprised if it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be is now coming true, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because you are here. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I see. On the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Telling me that things are not the same. In the leaves on the trees and the touch of the breeze, there's a pleasing sense of happiness for me. There is only one wish on my mind. When this day is through, I hope that I will find that tomorrow will be just the same for you and me. All I need is find the world on the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love put me at the top of the world, on the top of the world, looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Your love's put me at the top of the world. One more time. Your love's put me at the top of the world.
Fantastic. Sound great. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, with this world, right, that we get to enjoy every single day, feeling on top of it, feeling that joy and that energy in our life, we want to also remind ourselves that this land is for everybody.
This land is my land, from California to New York Island, from the Belvedere forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking with the highway, I saw above me an endless skyway. I saw below me a golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I broke and rambled and followed my footsteps to darkened sands of the violet desert. And all around me, a voice was saying, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. The sun comes shining as I was strolling. The wind was waving as clouds rolling. The fog was lifting, the voice was chanting. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to New York Island, and the forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Let's once again. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me.
Good, everyone's awake. Everyone sounds fantastic. And now recognizing that we feel on top of the world, this land was made for all of us. Of course, this can't be done without Amazing Grace. So join us in singing Amazing Grace by Chains of Love.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Was grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieve. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has ransomed me. And like the flood, His mercy reigns. grace. The Lord has promised good to me. His word, my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be. As long as life endures, my chains are gone. I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has ransomed me. And like the blood, His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has ransomed me. And like the Lord, His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine, but God who called me here below will be forever mine. Will be forever mine. You are forever mine.
Thank you very much. Please take your seats.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Please join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Parent and true parents, thank you so much for today. We are so grateful to have placed together, and we have these precious brothers and sisters here who went through all the difficulties and up and down and challenged, but still keep going with you and holding on to true parents. How precious they are, how precious we are. So we really want to love each other, honor each other, and celebrate our success, being your sons and daughters. Please give us strength, even though we are such a small number of people. But everything always starts small. And we are proud to be one of these very rare people. And we want to really unite together, love each other, so we can bring all other people who don't know you, who don't know true parents, over here. And we want to help them, and we want to be their friends and families. So long we distanced ourselves from them, but it's not the time to do that. We want to show your love and show true parents love with our heart and with our bodies, not just praising true parents, but we are also true parents. So please be with us, and let us prepare our heart to receive your word, and through Pastor Justin today, and so excited to hear his new vision for 2024. thank you so much. And I report this in Sam and Kimiyamati's name, Central Blessed Family, together with all brothers and sisters here. Jew.
All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful prayer. And as she said, we're going to be learning about our vision for this upcoming year, how we as a community can come together and unite and achieve amazing and great things, okay? So let's open up our hearts and put our hands together for our pastor, Justin Okamoto.
All right, thank you. Good morning, brothers and sisters.
Good morning.
Good to see you all here on this beautiful Sunday. And thank you so much for the music and the powerful prayer. That was great. Let's give it up for everyone who's contributed so far. All right, so today I'm going to be sharing about our Vision 2024, the heart of what we do and why we do it. So today is going to be more of a presentation, so to speak, than a Sunday kind of message. So, don't expect to be super inspired and uplifted today. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be great. It's going to be inspiring. I promise you. So why are we talking about this today? I want to talk about the purpose. Why I felt it was important to, share about this vision publicly, take a whole Sunday to actually just share about our vision and where we're going. And the purpose is to unite on a common vision and direction as a community and to become owners of and active participants in making the vision a reality. So that is what we're doing here today. And it says in the good book, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and of one mind. So you ready to bring some joy to God today?
Yes.
Every day. All right. So we're going to be going through 3 main points today. First of all is we're going to go through the vision. So what is the ultimate outcome that we aspire to create? What are we here to make happen? The second point is the mission. What is our purpose? Why do we exist as a community? And how do we fulfill that purpose? And finally, goals. What are the specific measurable targets that we would like to reach within a given time frame? Okay, so if you're here, if this is your first time here, then you're going to be getting the insider information, which is great because we got nothing to hide, right? We are proud of who we are and what we do. So our vision for the community is a growing community that embodies the culture of heart. And I want to share this quote from Mother Moon. It says, our goal is to allow our culture to naturally sweep away not only our children's children, but also the children of the world. Amen? So this vision is the vision that we created a couple years ago. So we're not changing our vision statement because I still feel this really resonates with what we're out to build, what we're out to create. I don't know about you, but I still want to see this growing community that embodies the culture of heart. You still want that? Awesome. And a big part of this vision statement is this idea that not only do we want to see this community grow, but we really want it to embody a certain kind of culture, what we call the culture of heart. So what does the culture of heart look like? How do we define that? Does it look like this? I don't know. It could. It would be quite a drastic transformation if it ended up looking like this. But when we start talking about culture, I think a good place to start is to talk about what are our core values. So a core value is basically, it's an idea or belief that as a culture, we agree that we will hold this value as a value of utmost importance. And it's through the values that we adopt in our life that guide our decisions, our behaviors, and the way that we ultimately live our life and the way that we do things here as a community. So how they'll actually be manifested will be kind of up to each of us to figure out, to discuss, and to come to some understanding for ourselves. But I want to share about our core values. And some of them have been there from last year, and some of them are changed a little slightly, some a little bit more drastically. So I like to share. And for today's presentation, this gathering today, I want to make it as interactive as possible to really allow each and every one of us to be active participants in today, right? So as you're listening to these core values, don't just kind of listen to it as like, oh, the teacher is telling you something, and I'm just kind of passively letting the information come in one ear and go out the other. But imagine for yourself, as we go through these core values, what would that actually look like if we were living by those core values? If we were the way that we were organized in the community, if the way that we were, prioritizing our resources, our budgets, our manpower, what would that actually look like if we were honoring and upholding these core values? Actually, I'm going to go around and I'll just call on some volunteers to read some of them out. So first one, could Gary read that first one?
Unconditional love. We strive to be people who can embody true unconditional love and believe that true love is the strongest force in the universe.
Thank you, Gary. So yeah, I really felt that this value of unconditional love had to be the first one. That no matter what happens, this is kind of always the guiding star that we go to. Is in the end, we're here to really love one another. We're here to love God, and we're here to really work on ourselves, becoming those people who can love unconditionally. The second one, how about Ayrton?
Authenticity. We believe that the greatest offering we can make to the world is being true to who God created us to be and offering our full selves. It's more important to be true than to be perfect.
Like that last sentence, right? It's more important to be true than to be perfect, right? I think you all know that this is a very important one for me personally. I always feel it's important that we have a space to be ourselves, to be where we're at, to be honest about that. And I feel the more true we are, the more closer we're going to get to where we want to be. And so again, what can that look like? What can it look like to really have, coming here on Sunday where we're being really authentic, where you're offering from your heart authentically who you are? One thing I think about when I think about authenticity is like, how are you when nobody's looking? How are you when you are getting yourself ready and you're in the bathroom? How are you when you're in the shower? Are you singing loud? When you sing at service, is that the same way that you sing when you're singing in the shower? How can we get to that level where people feel totally free? And also to offer, some of those songs that you sing in the shower here on Sundays. Why pretend to be something if we're not actually that way in our daily life, right? The third one, how about Kushon?
We honor and celebrate the diverse cultures of our families. We believe that truth can come from many sources.
Awesome, thank you. And that is our value of unified diversity. I think we do this one very well. As you can see here, we are a very diverse group of people coming from so many different backgrounds. And, even like what we do, we always try to give space for other people to share, not just me, not just the pastor, but give everyone a chance to share, because you never know where the truth is going to come from for you. The next one, how about Alan?
Family. Our community exists for the sake of empowering families and future generations. We prioritize family in all that we do because peaceful, happy families create a peaceful, happy world.
That is a fact, right? Yeah, so again, what does it look like to really uphold the value of family, right? I think this is something that we've, as a movement, as a community, we've talked about family a lot. You know, it's everywhere. One global family. We say that many times, but when we actually look at how we've done things, have we always made space for people to really, really value their family, to give the time to their family, right? For myself, like making sure that my mind is not 100%, you know, community, church, mission, you know, but for myself, making time for my own family and really nurturing those relationships. Okay, let's go to the last one.
Faith and substance. We are committed to creating a new world centered on love for God, creation, and one another. Therefore, we do what works, what moves our heart, what moves our reality closer to the vision, and adjust when things aren't working, all the while seeking guidance from the Spirit. My eyes are getting misty.
It's all good. So this one is a new one, and it's actually replacing an old one. I don't know if you remember what that one was. Anyone remember? Yeah, you're right. Actually, because y'all just read it this morning. So it used to be a big mission. So the idea is like everyone has a mission in life, but I felt, you know, actually it's not enough just to have a mission in life. You know, there are so many people that can say, oh yeah, I have a mission in life. You know, I'm the, you know, I'm the bishop of Westchester, and, you know, I'm in charge of all these, you know, people. And you know, we all want to have some nice title that says, oh, I've got a mission, you know, and it kind of makes us feel good about ourselves. But I feel what God really wants, and what really our Father and Mother Moon need right now is people that are really committed to making substance, making something happen, right? To believe that something can happen, and then putting in the effort and making things happen and adjusting based on the reality to get towards where we want to go. So again, that looks like, what can that look like here? If we're really committed to bringing substantial results to our heavenly parents and our true parents, what would that look like? This quote also inspired me about this last core value. It says, true parents will not conclude things just with proclamations. They must therefore create the environment on earth in which people can substantively attend heavenly parent. You know, so that's not to say that proclamations aren't important, right? Because we've got to proclaim, we've got to be bold, we've got to say what we're going to do. But ultimately, we want to make it into a reality on earth, right? And that's ultimately what God desires, is to see this world transform. So actually, in addition to our community values, we actually have also leadership values that we came together as the leadership team to come up with. And these are the values that our leadership wants to kind of embody to guide the way that we do things as leaders in the community. So let's go through these ones. How about Uncle Peter? Could you read the first one?
Okay. Integrity and honesty. We empower one another to keep our promises. We are honest about the reality. We don't hide when we fall short, and we create space for each other to be honest and embrace the process of restoring integrity and trust.
Okay, so again, what does that look like? You know, it looks like, you know, wherever we're at, that we're able to be honest about that, and we're able to work with each other and support each other to get to where we want to be. And I think for a long time, you know, there's been a culture of trying to show just the good result. You know, oh, we did it. You know, we made it happen. While at the same time, we're seeing, you know, everyone else is seeing the reality on the ground, saying, oh, did that really happen? So the next one, let's go to Rumiko-san.
Wow, I cannot see actually. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the growth in education. Okay, sorry everybody. We are committed to continuing to grow and educate ourselves with practical knowledge and skills, and increase our self-awareness to support us in our life and leadership.
Awesome. Thank you, Rumiko-san. So yeah, I really believe, as leaders, it's important if we want to see other people grow, we have to be growing ourselves, right? We want to see other people to bring themselves to a new level in life. We have to do that ourselves, and part of that is through education and putting ourselves through processes and programs that we can grow. The next one, how about Jared?
Communication. We trust that communication is where creation happens. Problems get solved and conflicts get resolved. We create a spirit and environment where honest communication flows.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I really want to see like this value of communication. What does that mean? The moment that something's going on inside, that you communicate about it. You've got something you're struggling with me, with someone else in the community, that instead of hiding it inside and letting it fester, that we communicate, we allow it to be resolved through that communication. And we really trust in this principle of give and take. And let's go into the last one. How about let's go to Pastor Bruce.
Like Rumaka, 1 second. Creativity and innovation. We utilize our creative energies to solve big problems through innovative solutions.
Awesome, thank you. So yeah, this one I'm very excited about to just see what we can make happen. Not thinking about the way we've done it before, but really coming from that 0 point. What do we want to create? And we do have an awesome team of young people at the White House who are also very creative and innovative. I'm very excited to see what they are going to come up with. But these are our core values, both community and leadership values. So why don't you give it up for everyone who contributed. And I want to just do, let's do a quick pair share. Which of our core values inspires you the most and why? Just share with a partner. You can see them all there, though you might have to run at the screen to read it. But just what we went through. So share with a partner, just a minute and a half each. Which of our core values inspires you the most and why? Okay, make sure you switch. Let your partner have a chance. Okay, start to wrap up your sharing. Okay, thank your partner. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, as we do, I'd like to see if a couple people would like to share just 30 seconds. Which core value inspired you the most and why? Anybody like to share? Okay, we got one right here.
Yeah, I think what struck me was just the authenticity and the idea that there's a place for every uniqueness and offering, and that that's why God made us unique, right? Is so that is because there's something specific and special that we have to give.
Thank you. Let's give it up for Diana. That's great. Would anybody else like to share? Way in the back, we got Pastor Daryl making me run.
I was sharing with Jamal about creativity. I'm inspired by Pastor Justin's creativity because, to be honest and transparent, he told me one day, he said, "Don't call me to another meeting. I'm hearing too many ideas. I need to hear God's perspective. I need to hear the voice of God." So then he came up with this vision because he didn't listen to any of you. He listened to Heavenly Parent. And so this is coming from God, and that's based on his creativity. He's a very creative man who's inspired by the Spirit of God. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Daryl. All right, you heard it from him, not me. All right. All right. So let's keep going. So we just went through our vision, and a big part of vision is our culture, and a big part of that is our values. Now let's go into our mission. So we had a mission statement that we created last year. I want to just refresh your memory if you don't remember. And it was, we provide transformative true love education for families in the Westchester, Rockland, and Orange County areas, empowering them to build healthy, loving, God-centered families. So, it was a pretty good mission. I thought it was pretty inspiring when we created it. But I felt like God was moving us in a new direction going forward. And so, new mission statement is, we create environments and experiences for families and individuals to grow their hearts of love for God, creation, and humanity. What do you think? Give it up for that. Sounds good. Come on, guys, you can do better than that. This came from a lot of sincere devotion and prayer. Yeah, I really felt like we as a movement and as a community are moving from a place where it was really about like educating people. Here's the truth. This is what we know, and you guys have to hear this because it's great and it's gonna really help you, which is a great thing. But I feel where we're headed now is more about creating the environments and the experiences for people. That when they walk into Belvedere, when they meet, they have a conversation with another brother or sister, they experience something so that they feel like filled up and they feel their heart can grow and they feel more empowered to love God, creation, and humanity. And education is a part of the whole environment, but education isn't the whole picture, right? So I really feel this mission aligns a lot more with where we're at right now and where we want to head towards in the future as well. So to just summarize the vision and mission, the vision is a growing community that embodies the culture of heart, and the mission is we create environments and experiences for families and individuals to grow their hearts of love for God, creation, and humanity. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is our North Star. So what is a North Star? You guys know what the North Star is? Yeah. North Star is the star in the sky that people would follow to know where the north is, right? It's that guiding light that shows you the direction that you want to go to. And anytime you get lost in the night, what do? You look towards your North Star. You look towards, okay, what is it that I'm trying to do here? What am I trying to create? So what, as a community, what is our North Star? What is it that all of what we do wants to head in that direction? First, I want to share a quote by Father Moon. It says, "The nation of cosmic peace and unity, Chanelguk, needs sovereignty, territory, and citizenry. Then you are to register as the citizens of Chanelguk. Do you understand? That is why you must have the Chanelguk identity cards in order to be its citizens." Do you have your Chanelguk identity card? Anybody have it on them? Pull out your wallet and show me your ID. But you guys actually remember this, right? When we, if you've been around for since 2002, there were these ID cards that were given out. It had your name and your information, and but we never really did anything with those, to be honest. I think some of us probably lost it. I know we had like a whole stack of them in the White House sitting there for 10 years. Oh, look at that. Why don't you hold it out so everyone can see it? Okay, that's what it looks like. But I feel a lot of times with Father, Mother, Moon, their ideas are kind of ahead of their time. Like they're thinking about something like very real, very substantial, but we're not always there ready to receive that. We're not always there in that space to kind of jump on board yet. But I feel this idea that we need to have these identity cards is somewhat important. And because you think about the idea of becoming a citizen for something, there's significance to that word of being a citizen, right? There's certain requirements that are necessary to become a citizen of something, of a country. Let's take America, for example. Who here is a naturalized citizen of the United States of America? Just get a show of hands. Wow, give it up for our amazing immigrants to our wonderful country. So when you became a naturalized citizen of the United States, there were some certain requirements. Am I wrong? There were certain requirements that were needed in order for you to become a citizen of this great country of America. Now, of course, if you were born here, you might feel, well, there was no requirements. I was just born in this country. But I think there's still this idea that because you're born, that the environment would eventually mold you to become kind of a American citizen that would fit that standard, right? So what are the requirements to become an American citizen? Does anybody know? There's a test. What else? There's time requirement. Yeah. Yeah. You have to pledge allegiance to the country. That's right. Mm-hmm. Anything else? Passing a test. Yeah. So.
Not free either. You gotta pay for it.
You gotta pay for it. That's a good point. So, looked online, and these are some of the requirements I found. There's a minimum age requirement. You have to be a continuous and physical presence in the country, residency in the country, a good moral character, and there's actually some specific requirements of what that means. English proficiency and civics knowledge, so you have to be able to speak English. So if you're still working on that, ganbatte kudasai, please work hard. And then military and civil service registration. That's interesting. I think you guys are probably past that age. And then, yeah, like was mentioned, right? Allegiance to America, to the United States of America. So there are some requirements. And, I think it makes sense that there would be requirements to be a citizen of this country, like it kind of loses its meaning to be a citizen of a country if there's no requirements, you know? But it's because there's a requirement, because there's something, a standard to live by, to work towards, that it gives meaning and pride to that idea that I am now an American citizen, right? So in that sense, let's take this analogy and let's put it here in our community right here, right? So what would be the requirements to be, let's say, a citizen or a member of this community? What does that actually look like? So I want to just make this really simple and clear what that actually means. And you can go by this acronym of ACEs. Oh, so easy. So what does that mean? It means you are active. So it means you're actively attending a Belvedere family community event at least twice a month. It could be on a Sunday, it could be on a weekday, it could be whatever. But attending at least twice a month, that you're contributing at least $40 a month per individual. I think that's a very low bar. Of course, we want to encourage, if you're already tithing your 10%, please don't look at this and say, well, I could just do the 40 and get in. Well, so maybe I'll just lower it. No, please don't do that. We appreciate your time. But we did want to make the bar of entry quite simple and easy. But we really want to ask everyone to give something to contribute towards the vision of our community. The next part, E, stands for education, and that means you attended a membership course. So that a membership course is basically something that you would go through to understand what you're going to become a part of. What are you actually joining? You need to know all that before you can say yes to something, right? So if you're here, good news for you is I'm going to consider this a membership course, okay? So if you're here, then consider this your membership course, okay? You know what you're getting yourself into. And the final point is service. So offering at least 2 hours a month to the community. So whatever that looks like, could be you're a part of council, you are serving on Sunday, you're doing something for the sake of the community on average, right? 2 hours a month. So we're talking about basically 24 hours in a year. So one day of 365 days a year, you are offering something to the community. You can look at it like that. Do these requirements seem unreasonable to you? They seem pretty reasonable to you? Yeah. So some of you might look at these requirements and you might think to yourself, oh, wait a minute. That means I'm not a member of this community. So you would be right. Please leave right now. No, no, I'm just kidding. I want to make a distinction. You know, we're talking about kind of the ACEs, members of Belvedere Family Community, and we also have our family, right? Our family members. We are all one family under God. Adieu. You are still my brother, my sister, my uncle, my aunt, regardless of what you do. But when it comes to membership, official membership in the community, going forward, this will be the requirement of a member, the minimum requirements. So it's kind of like, you know, you live in the same house, everyone in your house is a family member, but not everyone is subscribed to a gym membership, right? It's like, yeah, we're all family, but we don't all go to the same gym, right? So think about that way. This is not meant to be cold, but to give clarity to what we are doing here. And one way to look at this is, you know, what would it take? What would we have to create if people would want to sign up for membership, to do all these things, to start contributing, to start to attend, to start to serve 2 hours a month? What would it actually take? We have to think about that. And what kind of people would actually do that, commit to that? I think it would look like, you know, happy people who are living fulfilled lives, people who feel like they're grateful and receiving something and feeling the desire to generously and happily contribute towards something that gives them a deep sense of purpose in their life, right? If we can create something where they feel this gives me my life purpose, then I feel it'll be no problem to create membership. Does that make sense? So we're gonna do one more pair share. So I want us to get excited about this. You know, this is not just numbers or statistics, but imagine what could be possible if we had 300 active members in Belvedere, or what about 500 or 1,000? What would actually be possible for this community, for this, you know, this state, this nation, this world? What would be possible for you in your own life if we had committed 300, 500, 1,000 committed members in this community, where everyone was living up to a certain standard and contributing in a certain way? So imagine it, and I want to ask you to share with your partner just whatever comes up for you. Again, just be authentic, be real. What comes up for you for a minute and a half, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, please share with your partner. Okay, make sure you switch. Give your partner a chance to share. Okay, start to wrap it up. All right, give your partner thank you, round of applause. Thank you so much for sharing. So yeah, let's see one more time. If a couple people would like to share, what do you see would be possible if we had 300, 500, 1,000 active members in Belvedere? Just 30 seconds. Who would like to share? Okay, Justin.
Thank you. Now, definitely for us, right, we are in a spiritual war, and the front lines have been manned by the first generation that allowed like families like mine to be able to become a thing, right? I was able to be born into this community, but it takes work. And so the 100 people that are here today, if we do those things that Justin just shared, that'll be 300 tomorrow. And if everyone does it, there'll be 500 the next day, and then there'll be 1,000, and we'll be back to being able to actually create a substantive kingdom of heaven on earth, just like we've all been praying and hoping for, that you guys have already done today to make these families. So thank you.
Love it. Thank you so much, Justin. Okay, one more person in the back.
Well, 300 would not fit in this room. Time to, I mentioned, I've been on a number of building committees for our community over the years, probably 4 or 5. And one of the things we need is our own substantial place. And with that, many, it would be feasible. It's not really that feasible right now. The other thing is just be a much bigger pool of volunteers for different activities. So I think that would be great. I think it'd be great.
Thank you, Charles. Yeah, one more. Okay.
The word is imagine. Let's just imagine even 200. Commitment. The word commitment is huge. If we all committed, you know what we could do? We could do miracles. Because when you love each other and you're committed to a cause, we could do miracles. When you believe in the commitment of something, the commitment will be that we raise each other up. And we, like Justin said, we will have heaven and earth. 300 people committed to love each other, to lift each other up, to help each other, to move on to a happy life here on earth, because heaven is here with us in our hearts, in our minds. Let's be committed to help each other, to love each other, to raise each other up.
So much. Let's give it up for everyone who shared. Thank you. Okay, so who wants to get their membership card? Well, there are great things about having a membership card. There are, of course, benefits, right? So someday you might walk in the room, and if you got your membership card, someone might say, well, you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. Woo! Well, okay, maybe not that, but this is what we are thinking about our team, is how do we also provide real benefit for people who get their membership card, who sign up, who become an ACES member. Maybe it looks like free babysitting once a month. Maybe it looks like you get a quarterly gift basket in your mail, or whatever it could look like. But how to really bring the experience up so that you feel like cared for and appreciated for really being a committed member to the community. So if you are ready to join, you can go to tinyurl.com/BFC member and fill out our commitment form. Okay, so I'm not going to give you time to do it right now because we do have to go, but just remember tinyurl.com/BFC member. Of course, we will send out an email so that you can fill out your ACES commitment form. Okay, so finally, I want to talk about our goals. So what is the numbers that we're looking to create this year? And there's 3 key indicators that we're working towards. First of all is active tithing members, number of attendees, tithing members, that's the $40 plus a month, number of attendees on Saturday and Sunday, so both the weekends, both days in the weekend, and then total tithing, donations, and fundraising. So you ready? Ready to see our goals? Okay, here they are. So for active contributing members, we want to go from 138, where we left off this year, to 178. That's an increase of 40. I believe in setting goals that are look doable and allow God to make the miracles happen. So that's an increase of 29%. So additional 40 people who are giving $40 a month regularly. I think it's pretty doable. Number of attendees, current about 130 for Sunday, 30 for up and coming, 160. We want to increase it to 210 total. That's 162 on Sundays and 48 on Saturdays. It's an increase of 50 total, 31%. And finally is our overall income, which we finished strong at 311,000. Goal is to increase it to 340,000 or 29,000, 31% increase. So I want to ask you, do these goals seem doable to you? I don't know how confident that yes was. Yes. yeah, when I look at these goals, I feel excited. But you should kind of feel, whenever you set a goal, you should kind of feel right in the middle of paralyzed with fear and excited. So somewhere in the middle is a good place to to be. Okay. Still requires a lot of faith in God, right? So then, of course, if we want to reach those substantial numbers, then what are some changes we'd have to make? We're going to finish off with this. And first of all, I think it's just thinking about the internal shifts, the mindset shifts that we have to make as a staff, as a team, as volunteers, as members of the community. So what we have to let go of, this is what kind of came to me, is first of all, is letting go of doing things because we've always done them that way. So really letting go of this kind of habit, this habitual life that we live, right? It's just, I did it yesterday, I did it last week, and so I'm going to do it again, just the way I did it the day before. But letting go of that and really getting back into, okay, where am I going? How do I get there? Also letting go of designing things to cater to mainly our current membership. You know, we have to look beyond what is going to inspire us and look at what's going to really give life to a greater demographic of people. And then finally is a focus on educating people with the knowledge of the truth, whatever truth that is. Now, I'm not saying that we're not going to be educating people on the truth. That's not what I'm saying. But for a long time, I feel that's kind of been our focus, is to teach people something, to teach certain truths, some information, divine principle, whatever it looked like. And that was it. That's kind of like, okay, we got them to the end of the chapter and good luck. I hope you do well. Whatever happens, I don't know if I'll ever see this person again, but hey, at least they're educated now. At least they know the truth now. You know? So letting go of that as being the end goal of the people that we meet, or the people that we share with. And instead, what do we want to embrace? Mindsets that we want to embrace is, one, I think creating experiences that cater to specific audiences' needs and wants. So to really think sincerely about, you know, what do young families need? What do children need? What do the youth need, and what do they want? And how can we provide it in a way that also brings them closer to heavenly parents and true parents? The second point is to treat everything we do like a proper event, planning ahead, marketing, to bring an extra level of professionalism to our operation, to what we do, to plan things out a month in advance, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months in advance. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be amazing? Imagine you get a calendar in your email of 6 months, what's coming up. I think that would be pretty amazing. And finally is a focus on multiplying ACEs. So getting really clear, this is what we're trying to do. Everything, every program, every event, everything is to multiply ACEs at some point, get to that goal where we can ask people to make that commitment that's going to change their life. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, so we do actually have a lot of things coming up. This whole 2 weeks, we've been discussing and planning with our staff, with our team. We had, I think, a 2-hour meeting with our young adults at the White House last, what was that, Sunday? Let's give it up for our White House crew, Ayrton, Jared, and Sunil's upstairs, Akihiro. Yosuke is going to be there sometimes, and Denthu. We have a lot of things in store that we want to kind of show these values become a reality in the things that we do. And much more will be revealed once we come back from Las Vegas next week. So I just want to say, don't miss the boat. Don't miss the boat. I think there's going to be so many exciting things happening this year, and you don't want to miss it. You don't want to be asleep when things are happening, when this transformation is happening. And we always have a choice in life to either be a spectator of something or to be on the court playing the game. Either way, what we say, what we're planning right now, either way, it's going to happen. Okay? Either way, it's going to happen. But your experience of it is going to be very different if you're just sitting back and watching it happen versus you being an active participant in making it happen. Those two experiences are going to be so different. And so I really want to encourage you to not just be a spectator of these changes and of this vision. Do you want to be a spectator or do you want to be a player? How about you? Take a break sometimes, then be a player. Yeah, okay, that's all right. So, yeah, I just want to end with just saying thank you so much. Next week, myself and thank you. Next week, we have about over 10 youth and young adults who are headed to Vegas, and we're going to have a very special opportunity to meet Mother Moon. And, I was envisioning that, the next time that I have a chance to visit, to see Mother Moon, what do I want to go and visit her and meet her with? What do I want to bring to the table? And, I had this vision that the next time I see Mother Moon, I want to really go as a representative of the community that broke through. The community that figured out this whole community growth thing. And the community that really united with her vision and her desire to bring substantial results. So, imagine you're watching, Peace TV, you're watching one of those reports and you see your pastor up there and giving True Mother a picture of the whole Belvedere community and saying, look, these are your sons and daughters. These are the ones that made it happen. And she says, oh, Chareso, you did so well. I'm so proud of you and all the members of Belvedere. And, we've given so many gifts to, Father and Mother Moon throughout the years. We've given paintings, artworks, and all kinds of things to show our love and our gratitude for all that they've done. But what I feel would be the most meaningful at this time, a gift to give to our Mother Moon, is to just give her the list, the membership list. This is the real members that are contributing, that are committed to making this vision a reality, that are working hard. These are your loyal sons and daughters. Can you picture that? Yes. Does that inspire you?
Yes.
And do you have hope?
Yes.
All right, well, stand up. Let's cue the music. Let's go, brothers and sisters! Let's have that hope, brothers and sisters! Thank you all so much. Love you all. God bless you. And let's welcome back up our song team to finish us up with a closing song.
Thank you so much, Pastor Justin. One more round of applause. And give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Thank you all for coming each and every Sunday. That's what ACES means. It's a commitment that you've made. And I am so inspired by what you guys have been able to build here at this Belvedere community. I am inspired to take this forward, to work to support Pastor Justin, to build this kingdom of heaven on earth. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And with that, I'd like to invite you all to sing Tongyo. Now we're gonna start normal and then upbeat. Normal one. Oh yeah. Got it. Sincerity. That's it. Come on.